Hello everybody. Maybe after a while using Kaleidophone you ask yourself where all these parameters are used for. First of all, if you use Kaleidophone collaborative, then the sound and the tempo and other musical parameter will be inconsistent between several users in the web if several of them change these parameters. If you want all here the same in a group, you are using Kaleidophone, then these parameters should be consistent to each other. Nevertheless, it is interesting to vary them to get other sound results. The first parameters concern the character of the generative process, whereas T0 is the starting tick and part of the formula. Of course, from the projections of the colored spheres, there are made up operations, and these operations are applied to T, and the result of this is taken and as a divisor of base number. The division is done in a special way, and the result is interpreted as the frequency to be played, but before it is multiplied with factor and mapped to MIDI. In addition, you can transpose the second voice one octave lower by putting this to true, which is default. And this parameter here has an impact on the velocity or the dynamics of the played tones. They are it is estimated which degree of dissonance they have, and from this the velocity is changed. Next part are parameters concerning system performance and sound quality. Okay, you can adapt to your sound card better parameters, and this is very special. FysMod, if it's set to false, this is a default. Samples are pre-calculated when the website is downloaded, and these are played then. If you put it to true, a real-time process is started where two instruments are simulated, and the sound is played with these ones. But to use this feature, your computer should be very performant. Okay, you can change the overall volume. If you have a very slow computer, you can turn off drawing the visual representation, and you can change the sustain of both instruments, and put general MIDI shift to both instruments. They have 3 octaves. My basic point was a vibraphone from which started with F, and but to change here something, you can shift the overall lowest MIDI value. Okay, and of course you can change the tempo here. The last block concerns parameters to set the initial conditions, which does not make sense in the online version, but for the offline version you can put here in the whole grid, which is used then and the angles of the projections and rotating speed of these angles either. Of course, if you drag the projections, you can add an angular speed to the projections, which will not be saved on the server. It is just locally. Finally, I ended here with this little function which give you the possibility to check several base numbers and factors to see which MIDI values can be obtained by using it. It is shown up then. Here are the MIDI numbers. Okay, and finally I provide everything here as a free software under the GNU license.